Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Little ace of base never hurt anybody, right? Hey, welcome back to the show. It's Hy-Vee Today. This is Tony Tone. Very quiet in here, except for a little faint ace of base in the speaker above, which we can't let you hear because they'll sue us for the copyrights on the music. It's Monday, the 7th of October. I got a lot of things to tell you before we officially get started. I definitely want to address the paper bag on the table right here. That was kind of a cool effect. It went from like blurry, and then it was like boom in focus. Look at that. Ooh, I like that. So today only is a produce sack sale here at your Muscatine Hy-Vee, Chris's camera. You can come in and you, after you crank that Soldier Boy, can grab a paper bag, fill it with produce or shortcuts. And I'm going to look back at Chad's camera very dramatically. Dramatic hamster. And you could take, listen, I don't care how many of these you want to fill with produce, 20% off. So one of my favorite things that we have in the produce department just came back, holiday grapes. Holiday, grapes, they're so good. They're massive. You could fill this whole bag with holiday grapes and then take it to the register and give it to Sherry or Denise or whomever else is working, and they'll take 20% off. Today only. Produce sack sale. It's great. I was trying to have a dramatic throw and catch, and my athleticism is not what it used to be. Not that it was ever what it was, but it was better. Thank you, Steve. 20% off produce sack sale. I love when we do these. This is awesome. It's one day only, and you need to come to the store and check it out. It's fine. Just throw it off set. You can't even see. For all you know, I could have handed it to my faithful assistant, Jeff, who is imaginary. So that's going on today only, the 7th of October. We also got bingo tonight at 7 o'clock. Shameless plug. If you love coming to play bingo, look at how long my mustache is getting. Halloween costume is going to be on point. Bingo tonight, 7 o'clock, right here, Market Grill Express. Free to play, win some gift cards. That's always a good time. Hope you'll join us for that. We had a lot of fun this past Saturday. If I do a quick recap, we had Herky, the official Iowa mascot. Look at Herky. He was right here where we're doing the show, in the house. The official Iowa mascot. Here's the wild part of this whole thing. Spoiler alert, Herky is actually a University of Iowa student that's on the cheer team in the mascot costume, sorry. But what I'm getting at is Zach, who played Herky, was here when we did this for the first time in March of 2018. We had the same Herky. What are the odds? And it wasn't until he removed the Herky mascot head, and he's like, hey. And I was like, oh, it's you. And he said, I might look sweaty, but I'm fine. And I was like, okay, that is a great picture. So if we go back to that one, the ladies at the bank at CBI, so you can see Cassidy in there, and I think Cassidy was like, I got to get a picture. And I was trying to get Herky back towards here in the Market Grill Express because he took a little break. Herky just slid across the counter. I didn't even have to prompt him. So that Zach, that senior at the University of Iowa, is a fantastic Herky. Keep in mind that Zach, stayed in Iowa City, then drove to Muscatine for this event. There he is with my kids and my mom, and nobody's looking at the camera except me and Henry, so that's good. That's about par for the course when you have kids that are distracting. So it was a great event. Really had a good time with Herky. Unfortunately, the Iowa Hawkeyes did not beat Michigan, only scored 3 points, which is kind of a disappointment. But Herky, and then he was having fun with Sherry, who had the Iowa State shirt on. What you don't know, what's not pictured there is Herky was acting like he was picking his nose and then wiping it on Sherry's shirt. So it was, I got to tell you, I had a lot of fun, and this place was packed. Herky made the rounds, made kids very happy. We also found another guy later in the day that had an Iowa State shirt on and hat. So for the picture, Herky conveniently covered his hat and his shirt. I told Herky, you want to do the old banana phone gag? And he put the bananas on his head. So way to go, Herc. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making that a successful event. Something else that's really cool, and we've shown you this, but now we've got a really awesome perspective, and thanks to Chad Yoakum, who's running the show right now for us, he brought out his drone and captured this picture. We've got the giant red down arrow on the grass that Santos Bueno Jr. and Flynn Collier painted for us, and I don't have a drone. I think drones are cool. You wouldn't want me to fly a drone. I'm bad at remote control cars. I crash them. Not intentionally, but I don't know if I could trust myself with a drone, but this is an awesome perspective of the store from yesterday. Look at that giant arrow. I mean, it doesn't even look, it almost looks like it's photoshopped because those guys did such a good job, right? Like, again, if that would have been me painting that, it would not be even, and it'd probably have like a big giant tooth. Hey, it's me, Red. But look at that. I mean, that looks exactly like the red down arrow that Hy-Vee is using to indicate lower prices. So I'm really happy with that. That looks really good. All right, last thing I'll say, and please heed my warning. It was the #1 movie at the box office. Joker is rated R for a lot of reasons. I saw it yesterday afternoon. It's a brilliant film. Don't take your kids to it. Do not. Don't. Even if you think your kid's like, my kid's mature. He's 10. It is so heavy and layered and complex and violent. And take this from me, the kid that was at a lot of those R-rated movies back in the day with my dad and my brothers. Did I need to see Terminator 2 when I was 8 and my brother was 5? Probably not. But that's okay. I'm just saying, don't be the parent that thinks your kid's mature enough to see a movie like that. It's not a superhero movie. There's no Batman. There's no credit scenes. It's a wonderful film. It's like peeling an onion, though. There's so many layers, and it's so deep, and I can't say enough about it, but it's rated R for a lot of reasons. Don't take your kids. So that's my little PSA. All right, let's get to our first guest. We only have one guest today. That's fine. I'm saying like we got multitude of guests. Amy Buell is back with us talking about this Saturday. We've got the Louisa County Ambulance Barbecue Smoke-Off Fundraiser. I think I said it all right. Did I say it all right?
You did.
It's so great to see you. Welcome back to the show. I can't believe, I was looking, Amy, at my notes, and I was like, it's been a year since you were on with the first event.
Yep.
And it goes by fast. It doesn't slow down. But that was such a good time. And we were talking before the show started, and I said the only thing that I wish for this weekend's event, which is this Saturday, by the way, in Columbus Junction,
correct,
I wish that it's like this. Right now, if we look outside, it's beautiful. We're doing this show in the morning. There's not a cloud in the sky. We don't want any rain.
No rain.
The ground is saturated enough. And this is an awesome event. So for people that don't know, and maybe this is their first time they're hearing about it, maybe give us a little bit of background, talk about Louisa County Ambulance and how many years this great smoke-off has been going on.
Okay. So Louisa County Ambulance covers the northern portion of Louisa County. Columbus Junction are kind of our bases. We staff between 50 and 55 staff members, volunteers, that all volunteer their time to take call for the ambulance. And we are a nonprofit 501c3 ambulance service. And so we started this fundraiser this is our 3rd year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we started that originally it was to raise funds for new uniforms, which is the shirt that I have on.
I was going to say, the uniforms are fantastic.
Yeah, that Phelps
they did?
for us.
That's
so,
cool.
Yeah,
Shout out to Phelps.
Yeah, they're pretty cool down there. So we started that, raised all the funds for that. The first year, the second year, we needed a new cardiac monitor that we were on the show for last year. And we ended up between that and another fundraiser we did, together we raised $36,000 to buy a new monitor.
You raised $36,000. I was down there sampling barbecue last year on a Saturday morning, and you mean to tell me that $36,000?
Between the barbecue
that
and
is
a picture fundraiser that we did, the two combined, we raised $36,000.
I was prepared for you to say like 3,600. Like you said 36, and I was like, oh, that's 36,000 is a testament to everybody out there that supported.
Exactly.
And I guess, Amy, for me, it makes sense. Again, when people call 911, you need to have properly trained folks responding, but the equipment first and foremost. So that what is it, it's like a mobile. What is it?
It's our cardiac monitor.
Cardiac monitor.
Yes.
But those things are not cheap, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when an emergency happens, you can't just show up and kind of guess what you're going to need. Right? Because even if the person who's usually in distress making the call gives you enough details, you still just need to have everything, whether it's in an ambulance or whatever, show up, and then if you need what you need. But having that equipment is just, it's got to be so crucial, because again, you're making a 911 call.
Right.
It's an emergency. Nobody calls 911, hey, how's your day going? No, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to call and say,
it's not what
I
it's
need
for.
your help. And for everybody, and I can't believe it's 50 plus people with the Louisa County Ambulance. They answer that call, and they're all volunteers. It's unbelievable.
Yes.
But $36,000. I mean, if you're watching and you contributed, thank you. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So this year, Amy said they're going to make $72,000 to double that.
That would be really nice.
That's not that. I mean, if you're out there and you have $72,000 you want to part with, by all means. So what's on the, I guess, I don't want to say wish list, but you got that heart monitor, cardiac monitor.
Yep.
So what do we need for 2019 into 2020 now?
So this year we're starting the fundraising for a new ambulance rig.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which is upwards of $300,000.
Oh my gosh.
For a brand new one.
Wow.
So our current rig, we have ambulances are called Adam and then their number. So we have
I know that.
Adam 5, Adam 6, Adam 7.
Okay.
And our current Adam 7, which is stationed in Letts, it dates back to 1991.
Oh boy. Okay.
And that's the truck part. And then the box that we actually work out of dates back to the 80s.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So it's a little old, it's a little outdated, and it's costing a lot in repairs.
Of course. So anytime you have something that's got that many years on it,
Right.
I mean, it's got a lot of maintenance, I imagine.
Yes.
I did not know the Adam thing, right?
Yeah.
Or that the box itself can be not the same age as the
Right.
truck part.
Yep.
But that's important. And again, because I don't expect anybody else, maybe you're all smarter than I am, which is fine. But that's nice to know. But $300,000.
I
Wow.
mean, it can be less than that, but
Sure. No, I understand. But again, it's about having that proper equipment.
Right.
So that whether it's in Letts or Columbus Junction or any part that Louisa County Ambulance is serving,
Right.
Again, you don't want to show up and be ill-equipped to help people.
Correct.
Because and that's why so many people support what you've done. Chad, if we go back to the Facebook page event for this third annual Louisa County Ambulance Smoke-Off, it's a great flyer. There's a lot going on. And I don't remember, and of course you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like when we click on this and go full screen, Iowa Barbecue Society, is that something new this year? Is that why I don't have to judge? You've got the pros coming
Actually,
down.
I was going to ask you today if
Hello.
you want to judge.
Hello. Maybe. I've been holding out for... Okay, but let's talk about Iowa Barbecue Society, Chad. Let's keep that there. That looks great. It's got all the details, 12 till 4. But how did you get them involved? Because that seems like that kind of elevates the event, right?
Yeah, so... Actually, two of our competitors from last year were Iowa Barbecue Society members, and they said, "Hey, you should get them involved. They all come in and they provide all the judging, and they have a point system on their computer, which is really helpful with judging, as you well know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we sit and count all the numbers and tally them all up, and if there's a tie, then we have to do a tiebreaker thing.
A delicious tiebreaker.
Yeah, and so that kind of takes that out of our hands, and there's no favorites played. There wasn't any favorites played prior to that, but then the competitors are like, "Oh, Iowa Barbecue Society," and they're great. They've been awesome. They come in, they have certified judges, and they will train the non-certified judges. And so it's brought in some new competitors for us this year, which is awesome, as we have lots of meat that Tyson graciously donates to us.
I was going to say, Tyson is so good to this event. And it makes sense based on the proximity with where they're at, and with respects to how much they understand giving back. So, but not, what's so wild about where we're at, right, in this part of the state, certainly happens a lot in Muscatine, but, in Columbus Junction. I just remember being at the event last year, judging barbecue, and then there were at least one or two guys from Tyson that were there.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice to have, again, these larger companies that understand, and that's how you have a successful event that did $36,000 last year.
Exactly.
It's a big community effort. The Iowa Barbecue Society is super cool. And yes, of course. So for folks that are watching, if you think you've got what it takes, whether it's, a backyard hobby for you as a barbecuer, up to the, I don't know if sinful smokers are doing it again, or there's different,
not yet.
there's different people that have taken their barbecue hobby and grown it into businesses, right? And I don't know, do you still have time to get competitors in on this?
Till Wednesday.
Okay, so till this Wednesday, if you're out there.
we can really only fit about 15 competitors.
Gotcha. Okay.
And currently we're at 8 with 4 people telling me they've mailed their entry forms. So
excellent. Okay. So you got
getting
room
up in numbers.
Yeah,
so if you want to compete,
7.
let me know.
Okay. Sue Ryan on Facebook says, great group of people. Loved working with them when I was a 911 telecommunication operator. Some funny stories, right? Bonnie Woods. She tagged Bonnie on that one. So, yeah, I mean, this is a good event. If you show up on Saturday from 12 to 4, I promise you'll have a good time.
Yes.
And it really is about coming out. If weather cooperates, even if it doesn't, it's still going to go on, rain or shine.
Doesn't we have indoor? We have big, wide open bay that you can go in. And,
I was going to say, that building is impressive.
It's awesome. Our medical facilities board really got us a great building.
I mean, it's really nice, and I was impressed last year because I remember when I showed up, it was a little cold, and we were inside judging, which is fine, but I just couldn't believe how many tables and everything you could fit in to that space. So again, we're talking about this Saturday, October 12th, 12 till 4, the Wise County Ambulance Barbecue Smoke-Off fundraiser. It's definitely going to be a good time. And yeah, still some room for some competitors. So, I mean, I would never compete because I don't claim to be some type of, but I do love judging. I mean, I think it's so fun to be able to try different things and understand, and especially when it's blind judging and you don't know, right? That's the best part of any type of. I've judged chilies, and I mean, I've judged a lot of different things over the years, and you never want to know, right? Because I know a lot of people, and I would never want somebody to think like, oh, he's playing favorites,
right?
No playing favorites here. All right, so in addition to the delicious barbecue from 12 to 4. I thought I saw, do you have music scheduled?
So we have KCII out of Washington again this year. They've been great. They give us they donate advertising for us, and they come and do a live broadcast from the barbecue and from downtown of Columbus Day.
Nice.
So that's super awesome. Sometimes they pull people aside and put them on the radio and say, hey, what are you doing here?
Oh my gosh, I've never been on the radio before, guys. I hope I don't say a curse word. Just kidding, 12 years under my belt. Good segue, Columbus Day.
Yes.
So 2 events in one. If you're looking for something this Saturday, I'm telling you, the Iowa game is not till 6:30 p.m.
Yeah.
And listen, Amy and the crew scheduled this accordingly. So the Iowa game going to 6:30 makes total sense. Columbus Day. And Amy Bright was going to be here with us, and we wish Amy well, and we're going to definitely talk about Columbus Day 2019. There is a massive schedule of events that has literally, and there it is right there, 62nd annual event. This is unbelievable to me.
Yep.
So a great place to call home. You can see it right there in Columbus Junction. Columbus Day this Saturday, October 12th, starts with the Lions Club breakfast right there on the screen, 7 to 10 a.m. There is a 5K at 6:30. That's early. People running that early make me nervous.
That's just registration.
Oh,
Running
good.
starts
Okay.
at 8.
Thank God. I was going to say, what do y'all, I mean, I saw 2 giant deer heading to the Muskie Early Learning Center, just like in the city. I'm like, get out of here, city deer. You're not supposed to be here. But that's great. So if you love running 5Ks and you're the kind of person that travels, Columbus Junction, a short drive. So that starts at 5 officially. Car show from 8 to 1. And Amy, I'm sure you know people that have classic cars. They just love showing them off. And
they do.
Right? They got the little pop-up chairs.
Yeah. Actually, the car show downtown at Columbus Day is pretty big. For our small town. It's pretty big,
Food and craft vendors from, 9 till 3, I think it said. We'll just walk through
3.
this. Yeah. So 9 to 3, food and craft vendors, Main Street downtown. 9 till noon, Rock Valley Physical Therapy. They rehab my knee. They've got free screenings and face painting, which is awesome. I'm sure that Steve Wieskamp will be doing some face painting. I trust him, or Paul Krausauer. That's on the north end of Main Street. Also 9 till noon, Children's Carnival with bounce houses, games, petting zoo.
Yes, the FFA.
Cool.
FFA, Columbus Junction FFA provides a petting zoo.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And then also look at how many things are going on from 9 till noon. Chalk it up, pumpkin decorating, snow cone machine, and more. I mean, look at this. We're going to keep going through this whole thing because I want you all to understand. We're talking about this Saturday, Columbus Day, Columbus Junction. 10 till 1, Washington State Bank will have a photo booth. 9 to 1, University of Iowa will have a free mobile clinic.
Correct.
Right? Of course, the barbecue, cook-off, smoke-off event going on from 12 till 4 with Louisa County Ambulance. It's nice to be able to work together on this, right?
Yes.
Because you understand it can bring a lot of people to town. 11:30 a.m. announcing of Columbus Day, distinguished citizens. 1 to 1:30 Kitty parade lineup. There's a big parade, I mean, look at Chad. Look at how many things are on there. We're just scratching the surface, I feel like. Kitty Parade takes off at 1:45, 2 o'clock, singing of the national anthem. I did not get asked to sing this year, maybe next year. 2019 Columbus Day Parade starts at 2, and then from 3 till 7, you've got some food, vendors, and a good time. So obviously, Amy, for the Louisa County Ambulance, with its 3rd annual event,
Yep.
is your intent to always line it up with Columbus Day? I mean,
Yeah.
it seems to work really well.
It
right?
does. And Yachty's golf carts out of Kelowna provides the ambulance service with golf carts. So everybody that's been to Columbus Junction knows we're on a hill.
Right.
So
A little bit.
yeah. So downtown, all these things are happening downtown at the fire station, and we are able to, from the barbecue downtown or to the school for parking.
I love it.
We're able to cart people around town, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So with that, and so we kind of help each other with that.
Did you say Yachty golf carts?
Yachty's
Are those
golf
the people
carts
that
out of
have
Kelowna.
the Yachty bars? Are you familiar with the Yachty bar from Kelowna, like this ice cream?
I'm not sure.
Really? Okay. Well, I'm sorry to bring up ice cream this early in the morning or late at night, depending on when you're watching it. But right, of course, a little bit of an incline to get from downtown to where you're at.
Yep.
And then if you're brave enough to cross that darn swinging bridge,
Actually, we just kind of did the
Yeah?
entryway to the swinging bridge. It looks really nice.
so it doesn't swing anymore?
Oh, it swings.
I'm not going on that thing ever again. I've been on there once, didn't even make it to the middle. And I don't really have a fear of heights per se. I mean, you tell me, you go across that no problem or what?
Yeah, but I grew up doing it, so
I just...
my kids, they take off from one end to the other and
Oh,
just
no,
run.
I just can't. Even that picture is going to give me anxiety, and I don't even get anxiety.
Yeah,
Look
and
at
see,
that.
they're rocking it there.
Don't
See how
rock it.
wide their feet
Oh,
stance
yeah.
is? on
How
one
high
side
off
and
the
other?
ground is that thing?
Oh, Lord.
Too high. I can't do it.
I don't know
what
how
it
high it
is.
is.
I feel like maybe I'm getting vertigo as I get older. I don't know if but I don't want to, never. Nope. Don't
come on.
rock it. I mean,
Well, that's the fun part, rocking it back and forth.
it's not. It's not. It's not. I mean, I'll support the Louisa County Ambulance and Columbus Day all day, but I can't get behind this bridge. And I've seen people the first time I was ever there, somebody was like riding their bike across it. And I was like, you just must have a death sentence wish or something. I mean, look at that. It's a super cool thing.
It
like
is.
for Columbus Junction to have that swinging bridge and the sort of the lore behind it. I mean, it's definitely a tourist thing. Like
Yes.
people will stop and check it out, and maybe I'll go across it one of these. I don't know. It just makes me really nervous. All right, so we've talked about Saturday morning kicking off with Columbus Day. The 3rd annual Louisa County Ambulance event, going to be a lot of fun. You talk about these volunteers that are helping out, and it's so weird to say that, like volunteer helping with, putting out fires or, driving an ambulance and doing EMT stuff, and then to have family lives and jobs. I just hope that people understand that, and I know that in the area that we're at, there's a lot of volunteer departments.
Right.
But as someone that grew up in the Chicago suburbs, it just doesn't really exist, right?
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that folks like yourself, because how long have you been involved now?
I've been an EMT since 2006 with the Louisa County Ambulance.
That's 13 years.
Yep.
Wow.
We've got members in our service that have been for 20 plus years.
Oh my gosh, that is just wild. So
Yeah.
what I'm getting at, two things. For folks that are out there that are in Louisa County that are interested, is it a thing, Amy, and I don't know, but you do, of course, where do you need folks to join, or how does that
Absolutely.
work?
Yeah.
What should they do if they were like, you know what, I've always wanted to help out and volunteer, and I feel like I have a set of skills. What should they do?
Yeah, so we do take drivers.
Okay.
If you're an EMT in Louisa County and you live within about 6 minutes of the city of Columbus Junction or Letts, we'd absolutely love to have them volunteer for us. Always needing EMTs, always needing drivers. It takes, obviously, a whole lot of us to fill a schedule 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And actually, right now, we do have an EMT class going on.
Okay.
It's one of the biggest classes we've had. I believe we've got 19 people taking the EMT class, which is really awesome.
Wow.
And that just started yesterday.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's great.
So that'll be going on. until I think February or March.
Wow.
And then, but yeah, if you want to be a driver or take the EMT class, volunteer for us, just contact the Wise County Ambulance. They'll get you an application. Actually, I have one sitting in here. And
that's not a hint, is it? You're not like, listen, I could judge barbecue. I don't know. I live maybe a little too far to drive.
Well, that's the best thing about our ambulance base that you see right there.
Yeah, it's so
we have
beautiful.
2 sleep rooms and their own bathrooms.
Okay.
So you can come and sleep at the base.
Right.
Take call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I have no excuse now.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Hey, there's the rig we're
But
gonna.
look at how nice that is. Oh, so one of those in the picture is the old one?
Yeah, the one on the far left.
Far left,
Yep.
okay. So far left of the screen is the rig that you're hoping to replace.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a little old, I guess. And again, it's all about responding to a 911 call and showing up and being able to help people.
Yes.
Do you, any type of, and I'm putting you on the spot, I guess, but any type of stats as far as have you had an increase in calls this year? I don't know if you track that kind of thing. I know it's a weird question, but
it's not a weird question.
Yeah.
And actually, we ask our directors this all the time.
Sure.
How many calls did we have last month? You know, it's kind of a fun little competition we do between Let's Crew, not Let's Crew, but Let's Ambulance and Columbus Junction. We're all the same ambulance service.
Sure.
But did Let's have more calls or did Junction have more calls? We kind of, at staff meetings, have a little competition there.
And the winner gets fireworks. Just kidding. They don't. No more fireworks until the July area. But yeah, so I mean, is that a thing? Do you feel like there's been...
Yeah.
Yeah?
There's definitely been an increase in call volume. I mean, especially since I started in 2006.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That makes
we have
sense.
an increase in call volume.
Well,
for sure.
and when you talk about the facilities and these pictures that we're showing you, people, and I'm not going to say like people don't, I mean, people always feel like that they need not, if they need help, they can call 911, but certainly when they understand, like, man, that Wise County ambulance, they're really ready to take care of us. So they can feel confident when they make a call, because nobody should feel, isolated from services based on where they choose to live. Right. And that's where you can really reach with this Wise County ambulance and get to those folks when they need it. It's just fantastic. Devin Estabrook, was he?
Yes, sir.
With Louisa County?
He was.
I don't want to bring up a sore subject, but
that's okay.
I want to mention
He's a great
that.
man.
Yeah, and I feel like Devin was there probably last year, right?
Sure was.
I know what he looks like, and with the story, and I saw the unbelievable display of vehicles on Hauser Street around his funeral. Is just overwhelming.
It gives me goosebumps thinking about it. How much.
I feel like he was there.
He was.
When I was judging barbecue.
He was.
Because I kept seeing his pictures of his face, and again, some great images of people showing up out of respect for him.
Yes. Do you remember the seatbelt simulator that was in the bay?
That's right. Yes.
He ran the seatbelt simulator.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So I guess,
he volunteered countless hours for us. And he was amazing paramedic, amazing friend. And it gives me goosebumps, chills. I wear his bracelet every day.
I saw that, and I was, and it's not something I'm bringing up to
it's okay
to upset you or anything, but I know he touched. I mean, anytime you have that type of outpour with respects to, I mean, it just I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was there on Hauser Street. I think it was the same day Crossroads had their carnival, and just seeing all of these vehicles lined up. And we're not just talking about, Muscatine or Wise. I mean, people came from far away to pay tribute to him, as they should, because that was Devin was a guy that, I mean, that's the thing. And I've told you this before, and I've shared this. My dad was just out here this weekend, 30-plus year retired Chicago cop.
Okay.
And he would always tell me when I was on the radio in Davenport, like, hey, you have your afternoon's free. You could be like a volunteer firefighter. And I was like, I don't know what you don't understand, but like I see fire and I'm like, 911, there's a fire. And I'm now, maybe as I've gotten older, I would help and I try to help people, but I don't have that instinct, right? And I know that people like Devin and my dad, they take action. There's almost, not that there's no thought, but it's just, that's just how much they care.
Yes.
And again, I don't, maybe I met Devin and I can't speak to how he was, but from all the stories that I've heard, the guy just cared about helping people.
Everybody.
Yeah.
He cared about everybody.
Yeah.
Devin never met a stranger and made everybody his friend.
Yep.
And was always and this sounds cliche when I say this, but I truly mean it. He was always the one boosting your spirits. He was always the one after a bad call saying, hey, let it go. It's
Sure.
going to be okay. You did everything you can,
Yeah.
He's always the encouraging one to, go get more education. You want to be a paramedic, go get your paramedic,
I love that.
Yeah, he was a wonderful person, and his family is amazing.
Yeah, it seems like they are. I mean, it's a tragedy, but they seem very strong. And
They are.
they're definitely going to carry on his legacy. So, what are you doing this Saturday, right? I mean, it's pretty
Yes.
easy as far as I'm concerned. The Iowa game's not till 6:30 because people schedule their lives about this
Right.
around this Iowa Hawkeye football team. I understand it now after 17 years of being an Iowan. I get it. But from certainly, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m., you could be in Columbus Junction and you could be supporting Amy and the crew with Louisa County Ambulance and helping them out. Again,
Yes.
this event, this third annual, continues to grow.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
that you've got the Iowa Barbecue Society as part of this. Room
Yep.
for maybe 5 or 6 more competitors.
Yes.
So if you think you've got what it takes, Steve, bring your own beef. Do they have to bring their own stuff? I don't think they have
No.
to, right? That's the
Tyson
best part.
provides all of
Tyson
it.
provides it. You just
Yeah.
got to show up with your secret Steve seasoning.
We're getting
Put a little-
500 pounds of pork shoulder,
Whoa.
200 wings, legs, thighs,
500
and
pounds
ribs.
of pork shoulder.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Everybody's eyes always open wide at that. But last year we were supposed to be open serving food till 6, and we ran out of food by 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And there's definitely, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, like, people's choice. You get to vote
Yes,
for your favorites.
yes,
I mean,
you get to
that's part of this
vote.
whole thing, right?
Yeah, so the wristband costs $7.
Okay.
And to get in, the barbecue, but you can come and go the whole time.
Yes.
And you can eat from every single one of the competitors. That we'll have a bounce house, muskie jump, donated a portion of the cost of a bounce house.
Awesome.
Which is awesome. So we'll have that for kids to do. We've got sidewalk chalk, yard games, pray for no rain.
Yeah.
And we'll have a silent auction. Check out the website. We've got some really awesome silent auction items.
Great. Do you need, do you need anything at this point as far as volunteers or, I don't know. You just need people to show up, of course. Please
Yeah.
show up, buy that wristband. But do you need anything else? Maybe a couple more competitors if you're out
Yeah,
there.
you want to compete, you want to donate something to silent auction, that would be awesome.
Okay. I might have something for your silent auction.
Okay.
So, yeah. I have I have a new house with a nice basement for the first time in my life. And I have a lot of trinkets that I've gotten over the years of my previous job in radio. And I have a lot of signed stuff from Alice Cooper.
Oh,
so
cool.
maybe we can have something signed from Alice in your
Yeah.
silent auction.
That'd be awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, what am I going to do with all this stuff? And it's not like I was hoarding it. Like, Alice, you have to sign all this for me. What I would usually do when we would meet Alice is I would have them sign like 6 or 7 things, and I would donate them to auctions.
Oh,
and then I'd
cool.
keep something for myself.
Yeah.
And it's not that my wife isn't letting me display my signed Alice Cooper stuff. I'm not saying that. I just have to put up like shelving, and you know how handy I am. So, in the meanwhile, I have something pretty cool in mind that I'll get to you.
Okay.
Do you need me to judge barbecue?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to judge?
I'm not putting you on the spot, but I
Yeah.
kind of was like,
So-
I mean, if I get asked, I'll do it, but I don't want to offer it unless because I see this
Yeah.
IBS and I'm like, well, they know how to do it. They got Iowa Barbecue Society. You don't need Joe Schmo anymore.
Right, and we do have certified judges. We have
Okay.
5 certified judges, and so
That's
they
amazing.
will train you.
Yeah.
They'll
Okay.
train you to judge to their expectations. But
Perfect.
yeah, judging starts at 11.
Okay.
So if you want to be there a little bit early,
11. All right.
11.
Best part is my
It's formal
wife. My
judging.
wife works, but I got my mom out here. So, all right, I love it. This is a great event. I
You
had
can
so much.
bring the kids. They
Oh,
can
you
play
don't
in the
know.
bounce house.
Yes,
and-
yes. Okay,
yeah.
good. They're not gonna judge barbecue though.
No, they
Leave
can
him in the
play.
bounce house. Oh yeah, they're fine, Amy. The 4-year-old, watch him. He's got a shiv in his pocket. All right. This is the 3rd annual Louisa County Ambulance Barbecue Smoke-Off in conjunction with the 62nd annual Columbus
Yes.
Day celebration in Columbus Junction, Iowa. That's what we're talking about here. We want you to come out. It's going to be a good time. I'm happy to be there. I will just put me down for whatever.
Okay.
Silent auction. Maybe we'll throw in a Hy-Vee gift card along with because you know what goes with an autographed Alice Cooper item is a Hy-Vee gift card, of course. You can see the whole schedule of events with respects to the 62nd Annual Columbus Day. Amy, I'm glad you were here. Definitely want to keep talking about this event. If you have any other fundraisers throughout the course of the year, you've got a friend with this show, we're happy to have you here.
Okay.
And yeah, this is awesome. And listen, last-minute competitors. Last-minute competitors, you have time. This Wednesday's the cutoff. So if you're watching and you think you make the best barbecue, I'm thinking about my friend like Levi Schmidt.
Oh,
Schmidt House
call him
Barbecue.
out.
He just won like best overall, whatever. They had a Chamberlain heating and air conditioning thing.
there you go.
So Levi was there. Levi, why
Yeah.
don't you get involved?
Yeah, Levi.
I mean, it makes sense. Get a hold of Amy and the crew and bring the beef. Don't bring the beef because Tyson's providing it, but bring
we'll
everything
provide
else.
meat.
Bring the sauce.
Yeah.
BYOS. Bring your own sauce. Thank you for being here. It's great to see you. I
thank
appreciate
you.
your time. And we'll see everybody on Saturday in Columbus Junction. And the weather is going to be perfect, even though I saw that it might snow on Saturday. But it's not. It's going to be perfect.
Snow.
This Iowa, what are we doing here? We could all move to like somewhere warm. Where can we go that's warm? I don't know. Somewhere. Let's go. All right, we're going to go CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, and then we'll get Chris fired up on the car cam. Yeah, listen, the most important meal of the day is barbecue for breakfast and cereal, everybody. So the aisle cam is set up in the cereal aisle, and I am going to pull up. I'm going to hold on, let me find Chris's phone number here. We're going to get Chris fired up on the Toyota Muscatine cart camera, and we're going to send him on a little journey. Chris, I just want you to go through the produce department because I can't stop talking about this produce sack sale. It's the best deal, and we've got a day for you to come here, grab a paper bag or 4, I don't care. We've got the best produce in town, and Chris is showing you right now. There's also a ghost in the produce department, just a heads up. Who are you going to call? And by that, I mean Brian Mueller, everybody. Brian Mueller, he is Casper's cousin. There's the actual ghost in the produce department. So, Chris, what I want you to do is the holiday grapes. So if you go straight, like you're almost going to go towards Starbucks, like down that main aisle, I'll show you where these holiday grapes are because they're kind of on like a little end display. So everything is 20% off. And you fill a paper bag. All right, now turn right a little bit. There you go. Keep going straight. And then you can kind of see right there. Ooh, holiday grapes, everybody. So if you're like me, you grab a bag, you load them up with holiday grapes, and you save 20% off at the register. Chris, go ahead, grab a bag of those. Just pull them right up to your camera so the folks at home can see how awesome they are. I mean, I know that they're good. We've had, I don't know, we bought a couple of pounds for the house. Look at those things. Look at how big those are. Oh, my gosh. They're fantastic. All right, Chris, you can put them back, I guess. I'm going to buy some later. And I'm going to take advantage of the 20% off. You kidding me? It's a great deal. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll see you on Saturday. All right, Chris, so let's do a little, there's the bags right there. By the way, we got bags everywhere. Chris, yeah, good idea. So if you kind of just like turn a little, we can show everybody we're ready to go. So grab a bag. They're not props. They're practical. Load it up and save 20% off. And then, Chris, right there, all the shortcuts, buddy. So if you're the kind of person, you're like, listen, I don't have time to chop up insert vegetable or fruit. Those are all ready to go. I mean, you get to the point in the day where you're like, I just need a thing of chopped onions for this dinner that I'm making, but I don't want to cry. Look at that. It's done for you. That's ingenious. Because you know what I don't want to do is I don't want to cut my finger off. And I don't want to cry. Look at that. It's all 20% off. This would also include things like the salads, like they've got the Deluso salads. And since we've got Chris, let's go more towards your right, like you're going to head towards the deli. And then we'll take a right and we'll just show you. Yeah, so keep going straight. Perfect. There's Mel. Speaking of Columbus Junction, Mel's daughter, Mandy, runs the Columbus Junction Library. Been on the show before, tying it all together. There's Kay doing some home shopping for folks. You can see Toby working the broom. So, all right, Chris, let's go. If you can navigate through there and then actually back up because it's maybe a little. Oh, go ahead. You got it. Go ahead. If you can make it. Oh, no. Yeah, back up, because Toby will give you the stink eye with all the sweeping he's doing. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh. He's going to give you the stink eye. Oh, boy. Oh, here we go. Toby's going to say, dude, I'm sweeping. Look at Toby. I'm sweeping right now. You know what Toby's going to say? Tony, people love seeing me on camera. And I'm going to say, you're right, Toby. They do. They can't get enough Toby Lehman. Now we're stuck. Oh, boy. Doesn't this feel like, and keep in mind, Chris is pushing a cart. This feels like, first-person video game or something. All right, so right to your left are a bunch of DeLusso salads. There's Rose, who makes the best sandwiches ever. So right there, boom, shakalaka, DeLusso salads. All of those would be 20% off as well. So maybe you're thinking to yourself again, I love a salad, but I don't have time to make one. My life's too busy. Okay, fine. Well, grab one of those, 20% off. I don't know what the normal price is. What does it say? $4.99 with a 3-cent fuel saver. So take 20% off of that. It's beautiful. All right, Chris, now go straight a little and then hook a left. There's more produce stuff over there, more bags of salad, all the different dressings. I love this perspective from the Toyota Muscatine car camera. There's Delmer and the deli. So there you go. You've got some mushrooms, some different types of green stuff, maybe some fresh mint and thyme. We're really devoting a lot of time to this. A lot of cilantro, maybe. Bags of salad, can't go wrong. I love a bag salad. It's pretty easy. Open the salad, and then some good salad dressings. Is it Maserati's? Maserati? I don't know how you say it, Chris. It's in the jars right there. Good salad dressing. It just looks so uniform, doesn't it? That's what I like about that. Like, it all just looks really good. A lot of different. Remember back in my day, we had ranch and we had Caesar, and now you got 1,700 different kinds of salad dressing. Like, you could drill it down. You're like, I want a sugar-free Caesar with Gouda. I mean, it's like, look at that. There's so many different options to choose from. It's great. All right, so 20% off today only. It's an awesome thing. Today is National Child Health Day. And very appropriate, excuse me, that today is National Child Health Day because all of the kids, my kids are sick. They got these colds. It's school starts, and it's just, they got the sniffles, and my wife's, coughing and whatever. I'm just trying. And the secret to my health is Starbucks, of course. That's it. You can take it from me. I'm a TV doctor. I'm like Dr. Phil. You want to get healthy, you just have a Starbucks and you take a big sip. I could be Dr. Phil for Halloween with this stash. You see this stash coming in? It's glorious. Got family pictures on Saturday. Ooh! That might interfere with Judge and Barbecue. I just realized that. Family pictures on Saturday. Oh boy. Gonna get a text about that one, aren't I? You can't judge barbecue, you got family pictures. Well, we'll still get that Alice Cooper signed item donated, even if I can't make it to Judge Delicious Barbecue. What time are my family pictures? Does anybody know out there that's watching? Let me know so I can be there. A couple things to mention before we get out of here. It's Carnations for Kids. You can still help out. We've got another week, for sure, actually 2 weeks if you're playing along at home. If you want to donate some money, we can buy some carnations to deliver to the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital next Friday. That would be the 18th of October, just ahead of the homecoming game. Looking to help out. I would love to see 1,000 carnations. I think we can make that happen. So whether you've got $1 or 10 or 20 or more to donate, we'll turn those into carnations and look forward to delivering some smiles for the kids. And at the same time, you have toys. We have toys right in the entryway here at the Market Grill Express and at customer service. You can purchase a toy and donate it. We've got a bin, collection bin, near customer service, looking to fill it up. Different things like Beanie Babies and Hot Wheels, amongst others. You can purchase them, drop them in there, and we'll take them again to the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital next Friday, the 18th, excuse me. It's nice that we have another week, 2 weeks, right? Good opportunities to help out the kids at the hospital. You just saw the Stead Family Hospital Facebook page. It's awesome. All right, I'm going to go, let's go to the fuel saver on the flu shot, because I mentioned cold and flu season. Maybe you're dealing with the colds of the world, the stomach bugs. Influenza is something you don't want to have to deal with. It's really nasty, influenza. And there's been confirmed cases in Muscatine County, as I've shared with you on the show before. It's not a scare tactic, it's the truth, right? So get that flu shot. Place like the Hy-Vee Pharmacy with all of our crew, they can take care of you. Oh no, Amy Buell watching on Facebook says, oh no. Hearing me talk about the family pictures on Saturday that I forgot about. We'll still get you the signed item, I promise. Flu shot, fuel saver, awesome deal. I saved $16 on gas the other day because I had 82 cents on my fuel saver. That was awesome. 82 cents off a gallon, ended up being around $16. I was super pumped, and 20 of that came from my flu shot. So get your flu shot, go in, they'll get you taken care of. No appointment necessary at Hy-Vee Pharmacy. Right now, we're sitting here, it's 9:17 in the morning. If you're watching this at night, we do the show in the morning. Spoiler alert. It's also, the pharmacy's open, right? So right now, you could walk over to the pharmacy or come into the store, and they'll get you the flu shot. No appointment necessary. You don't have to schedule anything. They got it. They have an abundance of the flu shots. They're ready to go. They've been doing flu shot clinics at different places of employment, like Muscatine Power and Water. They'll have us show up and just, give everybody the shot. They give them a little card to get the fuel saver. It's a good deal. All right, going to Wapello tomorrow. This is one of those things that continues to grow. It's awesome. Aisles Online bring in groceries to Wapello Tuesdays and Thursdays between 7 and 8. You can shop with Aisles Online from your phone or computer or tablet. If you've taken advantage of this service, you love it. It's growing. Last week, I think we took, close to 50 different orders down there between the 2 days, which is awesome. And I'm still working on, I want to go, in my opinion, I'd like to go to the Illinois side with this, find a pickup location. But in the meanwhile, Wapello, we'll see you on Tuesday and Thursday. Speaking of Muscatine Power and Water, you still have time. We're not too far from the water tower here in Muscatine. There's a contest going on. Muscatine Power and Water would love if you would get online and vote every single day. We have a chance to get the water tower wrapped at no cost. It's in the budget, as Brenda Christensen told us. She was here the other day, and our friend Mitch with MPW will be here on Thursday, and I think somebody else is coming from MPW. We'll keep you posted on that. But in the meanwhile, you've got until this Friday. You can vote every single day. You can go to Muscatine Power and Water's website, mpw.org. You can go to their Facebook page. They've got the link on there. A lot of people are sharing this out. I've voted, I don't know how many times, 10 times maybe. I've tried to vote as many times as I can, because I think it's pretty cool to have an opportunity to get that water tower wrapped and not have to pay for it, right? So you can see the MPW website right there. Jump online, get on Facebook, get on that link to vote, and vote often. You punch in your name, first name, last name, email. That's it. And they've been doing a good job of updating everybody as far as where we're at in the standings. So let me go now. Muscatine Power and Water Facebook on my phone here. Let's see what it says. The other day we were in first, and then it shifted a little. We're off to the races again. 150 votes are all that are keeping us from first place. So an hour ago, we were 150 votes out of first place. So as I'm sitting here right now, I'm going to vote for MPW, for Muscatine, to get that water tower wrapped. You click vote. I'm going to type in my name, Tony, last name, Handsome. You're not disagreeing. Type in my email address. What is it? Now I have like 17 email addresses with work and stuff. Could I use all of those? And then you just press vote. So right here, boom, there's a vote, and we're good. We have 4,072 votes. 4,072 votes. It's that easy. It's on their Facebook page. So you scroll down, Chad. It's the post they made right below that one. Boom. Off to the races. Now they're 149 votes away, because you just saw me vote. So that water tower wrapped at no cost. That's what's on the line. Vote through Friday every single day. I don't know why you couldn't set up some type of software to robo-vote. I'm not saying we're going to take any advantage. I'm just saying. That's right. I'm not going to say we're going to meddle in this competition, because we're going to win legitimately. But I voted every single day that I've seen this going on. So it's that easy. It's in the water. Get that water tower vote done. I mean, how easy was that? You just saw me do it. Didn't even take a minute, right? So check that out. Because again, it'd be nice to not have to use that budgeted money. Now I don't know what that means. Like if they have X amount budgeted to redo the water tower and we win and we have no cost, do we all just get like $5 in the mail? Maybe we'll ask Mitch that on Thursday. What's in it for me, Mitch? You're gonna get a water tower that looks good. What about me, John Q. Public? What do I get? Free internet? Not a bad idea, right? MPW koozie? Pen? What's the kickback? Because if it's in the budget and it's approved and now you don't have to spend that money, where's it going? Nobody's probably asked that question, right? I'll ask the hard question. It shouldn't be a hard question. It just checks in the mail. That's all you got to say, right? If it's in the budget and we win, they have a surplus. So free cable for everybody? I don't know. What about Hy-Vee today with Tony Tone shirts? That's what the people want, MPW. They want more of this mug. I don't think that's true. I mean, you ultimately decide what you want. All right, let me see if we've got anything from the job board. Our friends at Team Staffing, 109 Lake Park Boulevard, working hard to get you taken care of. I see an email from Mitch. I don't. Now my phone's stalling out. I got an old phone. Let me see. I'm not seeing an update. A lot of emails. Do you ever get some? I mean, half of these emails that I have are all spam, and then like some important ones. So go to Team Staffing, 109 Lake Park Boulevard. Get a job. If it's you or someone you know, whether it's a new job for you, a new opportunity, or if you're looking for a part-time job, I promise they've got over 100 available, and they'll get you taken care of. Go talk to any of their crew. All right, tomorrow on the show, Mike Morgan will be here. We're going to talk to, and I've reached out pretty much. I think it's, was it Ricky Teed is the last school board candidate I need to send a message to. Otherwise, Nathan Mather and Mary Wildermuth. I'm trying to think who else haven't I heard back from. I think that's it besides Ricky, and I'll message Ricky. So Nathan and Mary Wildermuth, get back in touch with me. We're having all the school board candidates on the show. Somebody asked me if I would talk to any of the Muscatine City Council candidates. I don't want to do politics, really. It's just not something I want to talk about. School board's more important to me with 2 kids in the school system. We'll have Mike Morgan on, and then my intent is to talk to all the school board candidates that are running. There's a lot of them, and like I said, I've extended the invite to every single one, and Mr. Teeds will be on the way as soon as this show concludes today. So we'll have him on the show, Mike Morgan, the first one tomorrow, and looking forward to a good conversation with him. Thank you to Amy Buell, who was here with Louisa County Ambulance Barbecue Smoke-Off this coming Saturday in conjunction with Columbus Day, all happening in Columbus Junction, Iowa. Good time to be had by all. Really starts from 8 a.m., goes till 4. The barbecue is noon to 4. Going to try and make it. Got to see what time family pictures are. Forgot about that. Shame on me. I don't know what to tell you. But I will donate some stuff for the silent auction. Regardless of my schedule, you should go to Columbus Junction. It's a great time. That is an awesome, story about 50-plus volunteers making up that fire department, and then ambulance service is just great. Thank you again, Amy, for being here and taking the time. We truly appreciate that. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust, where Herky the Hawkeye would love a job. Bob Howard, B.O.B. Bob, listen, Herky is ready to go. He slid across your counter on Saturday. I'd put that on your Facebook page. That could be your new cover photo. Herky Banks here. That's what I would say about that. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine. Produce sack sale going on. 20% off in the produce department. Grab a paper bag. I've got mine right down here. Don't have to go far. It's right here. 20% off. Look at that. Fill this up with produce today. Save 20%. So even if you started the show at 7 or 10, 7:30 or 10:30, you've still got time to get out here. We have bingo tonight coming up at 7 o'clock. It's going to be a good time. And thanks to our friends at Team Staffing. We'll see you tomorrow live at 8:30 in the morning. I wouldn't miss this, though. This is a great deal. All the produce you can fit in here. What if I just wanted to put a pumpkin in here? Would technically count, right? Stick a pumpkin in here. Pumpkins are big. My head's big. It fits. You can fit a pumpkin in there, right? I got a pretty big head. Size 8 hat, big brain. So put whatever you want in there from the produce department. Save 20% off today only. We'll see you tomorrow. And I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you so much. We're out of here. Family pictures, Steve.
You're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the
Right.
alumni are putting on in Wilton.
Yeah,
This
man.
Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.